Hello, friends and knife nerds. So let's take a look at a bunch of $30 knives, the ones that I think are the best, and let's compare them and find out which is the king. This is kind of a big discussion right now. $30 is the new category where you can really squeeze some value out of a knife and not have to pay a bunch of money. And it is my mission to find the best, cheapest knives I can for you guys and myself. So these, now keep in mind, are no greater than $30, the $35, the $32. Anything over $30 is not involved. $30 is what these cost. So I have 7 knives here that I'm going to go through, and we can decide for ourselves which is the best, and I'll give you my opinion. So first off, we're going to start with CJRB. They have a couple here. Now, this is without a doubt the Pyite Light, a contender. Plunge lock, fidgety, great blade shape, lightweight. You got FRN scales and AR RPM 9 steel. And then you have the Acacia. Okay, action. FRN scales, nice blade shape, slicey and thin. Basically a full flat grind knife, little bit not, but mostly. And a crossbar lock system, which is stronger than a button lock and can be just about as fidgety. Both have FRN scales, both have AR RPM 9 steel. When I compare these two, we're going to kind of narrow things down. When I compare these two, I like the weight and the action and the blade shape of the Pyite Light. It's really a factor of at least 3 things that I find better: weight, blade shape, and fidgetiness. The action is really nice on this thing. This is $30. This variation itself may not be, but most variations are $30. So get out of here. Throw that thing. And we're going to put the Pyite Light aside for now. Then we're going to bring in 2 more contenders. Now, these are lesser known, these 2 right here. The Rock Sapphire by HX Outdoors. Now, the reason this has kind of made a name for itself lately is because of these titanium scales. That is an awesome feature on a $30 knife. It also has nice action and a plunge lock that's fidgety. I dig that. So I think that this is up there as a contender because of that titanium, nice fidgetiness. I like the oval shaped plunge lock. That works nicely. D2 steel is what you're using for blade shape. Size on this, you are running into 6.7 inches in total, and then the blade shape is 2.4. Sorry, quick update. CJRB Light, 3.34 inch blade, 7.45 inches. So to each his own size-wise. Little more EDC friendly. And when I say EDC, the more EDC friendly, the smaller the knife, really. But that doesn't mean it's an ideal EDC size. It's really up to each person. Next, the Critical Strike X503 G10 scales, crossbar lock. Really nice action. Not really nice, but very nice action. I think there's a big difference there in those 2. But we are dealing with VG10 steel. Slicey, almost, very high flat grind. 3.3 inches of that VG10. Now, the Chinese VG10 done right is good. I know people think various things, but this VG10 has held up nicely for me going through cardboard boxes. And I'm not shaving wood with it, but cardboard boxes, it's done plenty of slicing, and the edges held up really well. The length is nice. It's a pretty average size, 8 inches in total length and 3.3 inches, 3.9 ounces. So it's a little on the heavy side. This, while being smaller, because of those titanium scales and steel liners, is really what's weighing it down, is 4 ounces. So these are similar in weight, but this is clearly a much larger knife. Okay, the winner for me, both are moving on. Both are moving on there. The final few are going to be, we're going to really have to I don't know, we're really going to have to just compare a bunch of them. All of these knives I brought bring something to the table. So we'll move both those up there into the final competition. Now, Kaiser has an entry here, the Nice Guy. Grippy G10, beautiful action. It's a liner lock, and that big chunky D2 blade. Not big and chunky, but for its size, it's a wide D2 blade. Really nice jimping on this thing, so you can get up close, get a nice controlled cut. And Kaiser's D2 is very good. Man, this thing's fidgety. I dig it. So the Nice Guy has been one of the best values around for years, and then Miguron and a few other brands like CJRB have been coming in and, you know, saying, hey, no, I got this. $30 category is mine. And then call the Gatoff. Aluminum scales, nice fidgety crossbar lock action, blade hole, and not even a whole lot of blade lash on this thing. Let's see right here. It's not too bad. And then it is just $30 with 2.81 inches of D2 steel. 6.63 inches in total length. Deep carry, reversible clip. A beautiful value and a contender for the best $30 knife in my opinion. And another contender, Miguron just nailed. Sam Lou over there absolutely nailed the $30 knife category. This one is heavier, the Norsa. Heavier at 3.34 ounces. It's about 0.6 ounces heavier, 0.65 ounces heavier. But man, is it fidgety. Crossbar lock action is awesome. Thumb studs are placed so perfectly, and you have this big slicey D2 blade. Very comfortable knife to use, by the way. This is the kind of knife with these rest on top ergonomics that you can hold for a very long time and put some work in, especially with that high flat grind. You can really get slicing with something like this and just keep going comfortably. A beautiful addition to the $30 line. All three of these are awesome. So this is gonna be a controversial choice because I love we're just gonna, I'm leaving the Gatoff in there. We're gonna break this down to 6. Break this down to 6. Let's do that. These are our 6 options. Okay, and we're gonna choose maybe in a few categories. I'm gonna choose maybe a few categories and maybe the top at that category at the $30 price range. Okay, scale-wise, without a doubt, the winner is going to the Rock Sapphire from HX Outdoors. Titanium scales, that is the highest, that is the most premium scale of all of these. Without a doubt, you're dealing with a lot of FRN and some G10, which is, I'm happy to see G10 in this category, but Miguron brought in aluminum, which I like as a nice entry in this category because aluminum is not super cheap. It can be cheap, but it's also a steel, and I love a steel handle. I love titanium as a handle, but like I said, Rock Sapphire is going to win as far as the scale material goes. As far as doing it first, the Kaiser Nice Guy, I may have beat the CJRB Pyrite Light, but I don't think so. And then you have the best blade steel here is going to go to the X503 from Critical Strike. You can get this on White Mountain knives. All of the knives I've shown in this video, there is a link in the description. They're my links, and some aren't my links. My links when available. But VG10 and 3.3 inches. And then G10 scales. And it's a full-size knife, 8 inches, 8.03 inches in total length, deep carry clip. But as far as the winner goes, I think we're narrowing it down to these 4 right here so far. Now, if I were going to take away one more, personally, we're going to take away 2 more. We're just going to get wild here. This is my personal opinion. The battle is going to be between the top 2 are the Pyrite Light and the Norsa. Now, Controversial move, possibly, getting rid of the Gatov there. Even the nice guy. But these are definitely, in my opinion, two of the best knives in the $30 price range. The Norsa is just so comfortable. The size to me is perfect. And I love the aluminum. The D2 he uses comes very sharp. Sam Liu is on a roll, and look out for some even cooler releases, I think, in the future. I don't know personally, but the way he's rolling knives out, I've heard he wants to be the king of the most affordable knife at the best price. Most affordable, well-made, good material knife. He wants to win. And this is a market that is tough, especially with CJRB and Kaiser out there, some of the bigger names. But Sam Liu is keeping up over at Miguron. He's always been one of my favorite, at least in the last 3 years, been one of my favorite brands. As soon as they started hammering out knives, they were doing a great job. But anyway, the Pyrite Light is hard to beat, though. The action is slick. This thing is super light. 2.85 ounces and just about 7.5 inches across is a very nice size. It's comfortable, but not as comfortable. And I like the lock system on this, maybe a hair better than Norsa. So it's like a, let's get the drum rolling. I'm going to choose a winner right now. The winner of the $30 Knife King is the Norsa by Miguron. This is my favorite of the $30 knives so far. It is a highly contested race, but this knife is so good, so well made, and it's just $30. I recommend it to everyone who does not want to spend a lot of money. The D2 is sharp. I know D2 is a controversial choice for some, but for $30, D2 is a great edge holding steel. Yeah, it can be a pain in the butt to sharpen, but once you do, you're well off. And that edge is going to take a bit. It'll take some work before you even have to worry about resharpening it. This knife is great. Great weight for the size. And like I mentioned, 2.81 inches of that D2, 2.99 inches, excuse me, and 7.12 inches when open, 3.34 ounces. There is your $30 King, the Miguron Norsa. Let me know if you agree, you disagree in the comments, and I will see you there.